Hi everyone, and welcome to NARC-Recovery Channel. My name is Angela, and today I wanted to talk about how do we get over the narcissist? How do we get past it? I think that's one of the main questions that we have, and if you are on this channel and looking up information about narcissism, it's probably because you've had a nasty experience with one and you're wondering what to do next. So I can tell you what I did and how I was able to get over the experience of the narcissist and use the experience to empower me rather than leave me a victim for life. Because it's very easy for us to choose to stay victims of the narcissist and either never leave or keep going back or continue to repeat the relationship cycle with new people, new narcissists even. So it's really important that we understand the experience with the narcissist is a soul lesson. It's usually fulfilled between karmic partners as a karmic contract. I do have another video that talks about the soul contract between the empath and the narcissist if you're interested. But it's a soul contract and a lesson for you, the empath, to learn self-love, boundaries, and how to protect your precious energy. Because your energy is a precious resource. It comes from the heart chakra. Your energy is the most powerful energy on the face of the planet because it comes from such a powerful place of empathy and compassion. This is why the narcissist is so attracted to your beautiful energy, because it is divine and because it comes from your heart. And the narcissist is a lower vibrating being, so they're not going to have the ability to create that for themselves, so they're going to try and siphon it off of you. And it's up to you to decide whether or not they will be successful in that endeavor. So getting over the narcissist is a process, you guys, and it's not going to be fast and it's not going to be easy because it's going to require that you change some things about you. You didn't get into an entanglement with a narcissist by accident. You got entangled with a narcissist because you had weak boundaries, because you had people-pleasing ways, and because you are codependent on some level. It's the only way that the attraction works is if there's dysfunction on both sides. Because as soon as you get healthy, emotionally, spiritually, you're not going to be attracted to the narcissist type at all. They are going to do nothing for you. And in fact, you're going to be pretty repulsed by people that are arrogant and narcissistic. I know for me, I absolutely cannot stand arrogance. If I see a man acting arrogant, done. Like, I won't even put any energy or attention into that temperament at all. So the first thing that I did on my healing journey, and this was just very natural, but I learned about the narcissist. I learned everything I could about narcissism, the narcissist, the dynamic between the narcissist and the empath. I wanted to understand it from every angle. So I accidentally ran across information about narcissism one day. It was after the final discard from my third narcissist, and I had lost everything, and I was just in complete despair, just so confused and not understanding what the hell had just happened. And I was scrolling on Facebook, and an article came through by H.G. Tudor. If you're not familiar with him, you should definitely check out his work because he was extremely beneficial in helping me in my healing process. But he has a blog called Knowing the Narcissist, I believe. I'll try and link it in below if I can remember, but it's H.G. Tudor. Knowing the Narcissist is his blog. And basically, he's stating that he is the narcissist, and he writes this blog post from the perception of the narcissist. So you can really get into the narcissist's mind and see how they're perceiving the relationship with you as a person, and just the dynamic in general. Because I can tell you one thing, they are definitely not having the same perception on the relationship as we are. So when I got exploring that, and I was really able to see just how cold and insidious the narcissist is and how awful their thought process is, it really it really gave me the empowerment to stay away from the narcissist, and it really gave me a lot of enlightenment on what I had just been through. And so it helped me a ton, and I also used it later on as a resource when I felt like I may want to go back, or if the narcissist was hoovering, or I caught myself only thinking about the good times with the narcissist. Anytime I found myself getting weak, I would go back through HD Tutor's material, and I would just be so sickened by it that it would remind me why I didn't want to go back. So I strongly recommend his material. It really helped me more than anything as far as understanding the mindset and the intention of the narcissist. So after I kind of learned what was going on, and I learned as much as I could about narcissism, I started to work on me. This was a time to turn the focus to me now. So I had to look at, where did I have weak boundaries? How many times did I let the narcissist back in? I mean, with narcissist number 2, it's humiliating how long I cycled with him. I went in and out and back and forth with that one for 3 years. Just in and out, the exact same thing over and over and over. And you would think I would have figured it out at some point, and I did. But even after I figured out that I was being manipulated and played, I still continued to give the narcissist leeway in my life. I still continued to give him chances. I still continued to let him in for about 1.5 years after I started to learn a little bit about narcissism. I didn't learn the whole story about narcissism until after, but I was starting to pick up on it. I was starting to learn. But I didn't know enough about it to protect myself, so I kept getting sucked back in again and again. And that is one of my biggest regrets, is that I gave him so many chances, but I didn't understand that I was being abused and manipulated. And so we have to forgive ourselves for that, because we are loving people. We give more chances than we should. And the lesson that we're learning here is not everyone deserves that love, and not everyone deserves those chances. So we need to look at where we were weak, where we were codependent, where we didn't leave when we should have, where we saw the relationship was toxic. We knew that they were cheating and lying, but we still let them in, and we still loved them, and we still forgave them, because the codependent part of us needed the validation that the narcissist gave us, just like the narcissist needed the validation that we gave them. It's a toxic dynamic both ways. It's not just the empath is the innocent victim and the narcissist is the mean predator, because the empath put themselves in a position to be prey to the narcissist by having weak boundaries, by not understanding that not everyone deserves your beautiful energy and your precious love. So for me, guys, it was a process of getting educated about the narcissist, very educated, and then it was a process of getting educated about myself, my own flaws, my own shortcomings, my own weaknesses, and my own massive lack of self-love that allowed me to get into these types of relationships in the first place. So as I started rebuilding my self-love, as I started refilling my cup and getting my power back, then I really started to transcend the narcissist altogether. And now I can pretty much spot a narcissist from a mile away. So I'm not really that worried about getting involved with another narcissist again, because I know exactly what the narcissist vibration feels like now. Because I've been through it 3 times myself, through a span of 20 years. I know exactly what the vibration of narcissism feels like now. I know exactly what the vibration of deception feels like now. I can tell if someone's lying so easy. I can tell if anyone's lying just by the vibration that they put out when they speak, because deception has a very specific vibration. You can just feel it. It is a gut-wrenching type of feeling when it's deception. If it's truth and it's love, it feels good. There's no need to second guess it. You would never go ooh to something that was truth. We do that when something is bullshit. Okay, just keep that in mind as well. That's a lesson that I learned too. if my stomach cranks over and I go, that doesn't seem right, that doesn't feel right, now I know that that's my intuition saying this is bullshit, leave it alone. And I just listen to it now. I don't even question it anymore. And I learned that skill through the narcissist, because I always had to just follow my intuition because the narcissist wasn't telling me anything about anything, and I knew it. So we learn a lot from the experience, but the main thing we want to learn here is not to stay a victim to the narcissist. You can sit there and cry about how evil they are all day long, but that's not what the experience is about. The experience is about empowering you, making you a better person, making you a loving and stronger, more vibrant person. I mean, it's gonna put you in your power. If you find your self-love and you refuse the narcissist, it's gonna put you in your power, which is going to make your dreams come true. It's gonna attract to you the things that you really want. You're not gonna allow people to hurt you and use you and take advantage of you anymore. And that's a hell of a lot of a better way to live than dealing with narcissists and people that take advantage of us and stab us in the back and use us and abuse us. Once you learn to take your power back, you put a stop to all that bullshit. And you know exactly where to draw that line, where to say no, where to be more compassionate and forgiving. So it teaches us some really powerful lessons about ourselves. And when we accept those lessons about ourselves, we take our power back. So you can stay disempowered to the narcissist if you want to. The choice is always up to you. But the goal of the whole experience is to teach you self-love, to teach you strong boundaries, to teach you that not everyone deserves your beautiful love. Okay? So your journey of healing will continue. It'll be specific to you. This is just kind of how mine has been. Mine led off into a spiritual journey. And I do have a whole spiritual channel. If you guys are interested, I will link it in the description below. On my other channel, Angelic Arcturian Messages, I talk about all the spiritual principles and things that I've learned, not only through the narcissist, but just in life. So check that out if you're interested, you guys. And let me know what you think. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. And I'll see you next time.